And we're live. Actually a little bit early this time because I decided to see how actually being on time is. I think this is at the scheduled time. We'll find out the hard way if it's not. Anyways, this is day 155. Did I get that number correct? Yes. I was studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Last time we refactored the virtual register class and just made life less awful with that. This time I think we're just gonna fix the rest of regalloc. This might mean it's a bit of a short stream. This might not. We might run into more issues than I expect, but yeah, I kind of want to just like relax today, but we'll see how long the stream ends up being. Yeah, so I guess we will just start writing code. Did I push? I didn't push last time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's wait. Something seems wrong about the commit messages, but whatever. It is what it is. So what was going wrong again? Okay, something is definitely wrong with commit messages, but whatever. Let's throw this in val grind. Okay. Okay, so coloring 224. Did we make any changes? I think we did. It appears we did. So let's check that out real quick. Okay. So I believe the problem was that when we were doing spill colors, or there was like two semi-related problems. So liveness 224. Let's start by looking at this. Or not liveness. Coloring, I think it was? Yeah, coloring. 224. Okay. So SC is spill costs. So that means our spill costs are incorrect here at least. Those should use the same colors as coloring does. Yeah. So let's start with this. Or not even that. We just need to like look at this at least. So we need like a way to convert all of these at least. Yeah. So if we look back in coloring, we have this like actually this does kind of make a mess, huh? So we have, what was it? Under assign register, we do like this weird or it was under flatten, right? Under interference. We might just copy this over as like a local thing. Let's go Jkaizen. And also let's go Notix. If you could start over and pick any language to be very good with, what would you pick? Ooh. That's hard to say. I guess if I were still doing the same stuff I'm doing now, I would probably not change a thing, to be honest. I think C++ is probably like the primary focus just from a practical perspective. And then Rust because it's like enjoyable. And then Python is like kind of whatever. Like I think as long as I can like write any semblance of Python code, I think it's fine. But like if I were to just just from like a straight up general like I don't know what I want to learn in CS yet perspective, I think Python is the most versatile, and I think I could do the most different things with it at least. Yeah, so I guess like that's like my non-answer answer at least. If you had to press me for one, I'd probably pick either C++ or Rust, and then if you press me more, I'd probably say C++. Studied fluids to yesterday. Ooh, I don't remember a lot about fluids. I remember it was it was a little tough. Let's yoink that. So we kind of need to like refactor this a little bit. Let's see. Oh, we might need to yoink color size. Oh, this is really annoying actually. Yeah, we can't do like, we can't do circular dependencies. Order me some food, bro. I wish I could. Are you planning on becoming game dev? I thought about it at one point. Game dev is just like too awkward. It's just like too rough of an industry for me to really want to use. Or too rough of an industry for me to want to get into. Actually, let's just... Yeah, we could just go off of this, actually. So reg has to be a virtual register. So we can just do this. And then we can just yoink that, actually. What's wrong here? Oh, we can't use color size. Okay, we might just have to define that constant somewhere, which is really annoying. Yeah, because I can't import coloring because then we have a circular dependency. So I'd like to avoid that. Trying to figure out where to invest my time where it comes to getting better at one language rather than a few. I think like C++ requires like, I guess like if you wanted to do embedded, then like C or C++ makes a lot of sense. Even like Rust actually. But like I think, yeah, I mean, it's just like up to you how much time you want to spend on it. I don't really think there's a particularly great answer, to be honest. Let's go Camacho. Where did I define this constant? It was under interference, I think? Yeah, it's under here. Wait, that's a very strange place for it to go. Yeah, this is very awkward. Maybe I just import interference here and then use it like that, to be honest. I kind of like that more. Yeah, we'll just do that, I guess. And that all works out. And then here we just use color. Probably pick C++ for now since it's much more widely used in industry systems. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And that'll also give you like a good basis to like start messing around with Rust as well, if it comes down to it. Make build. Let's see if this works. Okay. Nintendo is hiring Rust devs. That I did not expect that. Okay, this is still breaking. Why is this breaking? Coloring 295. What? Oh, it's a seg fault. Oh. Okay. 295. Oh, it's there? Do you believe in God? I could make some funny jokes here, but I'm not religious. Okay, so this is under get name. Wait, what? Wait, why is get name seg faulting? Wait, let's run this without grind. Okay, so it's just a straight up seg fault. Oh, there's a lot of stuff actually. Okay. So we're in assign register. Where do we go here? I guess we could just go back to coloring. Oh, I see. So something here is borked. This is probably fine. Do you have any guide on how to become better at C++? Honestly, not. I don't really have a great resource. I think learncpp.com is like what generally people point to, or like the Cherno's videos. Those have like worked well for me for supplemental stuff, but if you're starting from like nothing, I don't really have a great recommendation. What language would you recommend someone making their first compiler from scratch? Probably just something you define yourself. I think if you want something with like a very clear spec, I think like LLVM's Kaleidoscope from their tutorial is probably pretty good. Would you say the qualities other than studies you would say that helps in taking admission in universities? Mostly like your extracurriculars list and your essays. Like you wanna like actually seem like a person that does things in life other than just studying. Like you want to seem like a complete person, you know. Okay. So why is this breaking? Coloring 72. It's here. Wait, what? Oh, I'm stupid. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. Wait, that's build. Is LVM a language? They are a compiler framework, I guess. There we go, it works. Why compilers? Because I took a compilers class and I thought it was really cool. There's not really... I can elaborate more, but that's the short version. Okay, well, it looks like we generate code again, which is good. Interesting, at least. Let's do... what would be good? Call chain. Okay, we're trying to spill again. That's good. How do you approach making classes and organizing your code? Kind of just like... I don't know, it's just like whatever feels right. I don't really... It's not really concrete, but it's like... I generally try to like separate different responsibilities into separate files. Classes should like have a very clear purpose, I guess, or just like a very clear like representation of what they do. So like all my stuff for like coloring registers goes in coloring. Everything that like handles the interference graph goes in interference. Like I don't really know how else to really describe it. Like LIR is giant, so I have it like split up, even though you can kind of group it as like one big instruction or one big umbrella. So like this handles like sizes, this handles like those things. Elaborate? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess like I took the class because it was a difficult class, and then it turned out it was very difficult, and that was not a rough first 2 weeks. And then it turned out it was actually pretty cool, so I kept listening, and then I reached out to the prof after. And then I did research for 2 years, and here I am. Is there any channel of yours other than this? No. What else do I want to do with this again? I guess I want to... Wait, yeah, this shouldn't be trying to spill, I think. Which means something is... Has something gone amok? We should probably print out interference. Yeah, I remember 91 was specifically what we weren't supposed to try to spill here. So let's go back to regalloc. Interference. Yeah, so let's print out like interference. And then let's return make build. Oy, oy, oy. First try. Okay. Let's see what it vomits out here. Okay, well it looks more sensible because RSP interferes with a lot of things, I think. What else? RX also, wait, wait, that seems strange. What does 91 interfere with? Or what is live with 91? Nothing should be live with 91. Why are we spilling this? We shouldn't need to spill 91, I feel like. Yeah, that makes actual negative sense, actually. We should not be. Do you play Resident Evil? No. What the hell? Okay, well, the thing is our interference is fixed, I think. Yeah, I guess we didn't have a great way of, like, visualizing this before, to be fair. Maybe there's like the thing in the middle somewhere, or they're trying to spill. I guess we're spilling the last one. We'll just add a new line. Black and Fukong? No. It's mostly just like, it's mostly just been Battle Nations and Valorant for the most part. Yeah, I play a lot less than I used to be honest. Let's see, where are we? I see, so this is the only one we're trying to spill. So this is where all of this is coming from. This is a mess. What's your rank in Val? I'm currently Diamond 2. I peaked Ascendant 1. I was alright. I thought I was alright, at least. Oh, I guess I should print the coloring, huh? Let's print out coloring. Actually, let's add a new line here as well. Okay. Okay, yeah. So these ones we couldn't color. Which language do you recommend to learn first, C or C++? I personally have been on the C first train. I know of people that say C++ is better to learn first. I don't really think there's a right answer here either. So, do what feels right to you. Okay, so something is off about this all. Yeah, we might. This makes a mess. Okay. So we're trying to spill 91, I think, which is not ideal. Because we don't get anything from spilling 91 at least. So maybe my spill cost or my spill is wrong somehow? Maybe my spill weight. Because 91 is literally used in one place. I guess this would get coalesced out. But if I spilled this would literally get me nothing, I think. So that means something is wrong here. Parents didn't get me a PS5 this Christmas, so I'm crying. Well, I mean, I guess sometimes life is about being grateful for what you have, I suppose. Okay, I'm not sure what to do from here. I feel a little bit stuck. I guess let's commit some stuff real quick. Or I guess, actually no. Let's get rid of coloring for a second. Properly size in spill. Also, did we do sizes correctly? Let's check real quick. Okay, well this was wrong. I don't know. This might be correct. Let's check square actually. Square definitely would work. The size look correct at a glance. Harry 2 Discipline can give you some advice how to clear distractions. That's something I'm not great at. I know it looks like I'm like good at it, but I realistically am not as well. Just make sure you like make time for yourself and make sure you make time to do work. I think that's helped me the most personally. Or, wait, hit add. We fix bug in coloring logic. Okay. So now we're trying to figure out how the hell we spill things. I think our spill cost is wrong somewhere. I'm not really sure what is borked about it. Yeah. So this is like very awkward, at least, the way this is spilling right now. So if we look at what it's trying to spill in, so we're trying to spill 91. So we're trying to turn this into a stack variable, but the problem is we're kind of using that as a buffer from the stack. So like something has gone wrong somewhere. I'm not really sure how this has gone wrong. I think I need a better heuristic. Yeah, something seems strange. Something seems like it's not working here. Yeah, so right now we're spilling the minimum. Yeah, so our spill is just spill lowest cost, I believe, which is not ideal. Yeah, because we don't really have a min cost here. Is there a dumbed down explanation for what you're working on right now? Yeah, actually. So whenever you write programs, you have like a bajillion variables. When we're like lowering it down to hardware, actually, let me take a step back. What is my monitor doing? Yeah, let me take a step back first. So I'm working on a compiler from C to x86-64. A compiler is a program that translates programs from one language to another. So I'm translating from C down to the x86-64 assembly language, I guess. The part I'm working on right now is that we have a bunch of variables, and the hardware only has so many registers, specifically like 16 in this instance. So we need to figure out a way to map a potentially infinite number of variables down to those 16 registers. That's kind of like the very high level explanation of what's happening. Something is definitely wrong here though. I'm not sure why something is borked color-wise here. Advice on how to get away from bad habits? I don't really have anything great, to be honest. You just gotta put your mind to it. Like if you really care, then if you're really dedicated to it, I think you will be able to. I think you'll be able to do it if that comes To be able to do this stuff, you need knowledge of OS and other low-level stuff. To some degree, yes. I think my OS knowledge is pretty weak, to be honest. But, this definitely requires just like a lot of, a large breadth of knowledge. Let's pull up the book, because I want to see how it was doing things. Acrobat, hello. Okay. So let's scroll up a little bit. Oh, it's further down, I think, right? Where's the spill stuff? Okay, we're past it, so it's here? A little before. Are also making a language? No, I'm just using C, or at least a subset of C, because then I can like benchmark it easier against the mainstream C compilers that exist, and then it's like kind of fun, at least. Sign regis spilling. Okay, here. So we want to, yeah, that's the goal. I guess we should look at spill costs, I believe. I don't remember where this lives. I think up here? Yeah, over here. Most OSE knowledge that I use in my compilers figuring out stack unwinding info. I guess that makes sense, yeah. I guess like the whole point of the OS is that like it's like the layer below the compiler almost in some capacity at least. This is very annoying actually. Yeah, this is rough. This is pretty rough. Sigma used in computers? I mean like it's all math at the end of the day. So like I'm not sure what you mean by like if it's used or not. Like yes, we like add a bunch of stuff. We add like if you were to like add everything in an array, you could treat that as a sigma. Okay, what do we even want to do with this? Okay, we should something about that. Spelling register contents in memory if they're set and reloading them when they're about to, yeah, I see. Something about splitting. Wait, so why is this what we're spilling? This doesn't make sense. Yeah, this really seems strange. What does the stack look like? Okay, where do we print this? Let's go to regalloc again. Is this book for beginners? I feel like it's like an intermediate book at least. I wouldn't say it's very beginner friendly. It's very dense. Like I don't think it's impossible, but I think there's a lot more groundwork to be done before that book becomes remotely useful. Okay, what do we do here? Let's print the stack in coloring. So it's just putting the things that we're not using the memory and getting them when needed. Sort of. So the part I'm worrying about right now is sometimes, like, let's say we have 16 registers and we have 17 variables that are being used at the same time. So the problem here is that, well, we can't fit them all. So the idea is we can just like temporarily put it in, we can like put the value into memory and then like kick out another register temporarily. That's kind of what's meant by spilling. it's like we're spilling it into memory. Spilling the 17th variable. So right now, I'm trying to figure out first how to do this spilling thing, and second, why I'm spilling the least efficient register possible here. Like, the heuristic makes sense, but I think I did something wrong. What's the prerequisite knowledge needed? I think just like some basic programming languages theory, some like solid discrete math fundamentals, probably some basic like architecture knowledge. So like an intro to systems class should probably be sufficient for the like backend stuff. I think an intro to like PL class is probably sufficient for the front end stuff. And then I guess you probably want to wrap all of that with some like discrete math class. Before you ask, I don't have particularly great resources for like systems stuff and math stuff. Okay, what else do we want to do here? Maybe okay, we should. Okay, we were gonna print the stack because that's the order we're like. That's the order we're trying to color things, right? I guess the coloring isn't a problem, right? I guess what are we supposed to spill, at least? It's like a scheduler when choosing the variable we're gonna replace. It's like kind of a scheduler. Scheduler usually refers to something that like happens live. So, in that sense, it's not really a scheduler, but like we are like using some algorithm to determine what gets kicked out. What's good, Raj? Good to see you. Hey Piyush. Just got here, but sort of curious, what are the heuristics that are used to decide which register to kick out? Right now I'm, I forget actually. What am I using? Scheduler that can see the future. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess that is kind of what we call an optimal scheduler. But it's like not really optimal. Spill, that's where we are. Spill cost. Yeah, so every use we increase the weight, and every definition we increase the weight right now, at least. It's not LRU, it's just, we're just like looking at how expensive it would be to spill, at least. So like, cause like every time we use a spilled register, we'd have to load it from memory and then store it back in memory. So we can kind of work off of that. I guess we could, with that sort of in mind, we could double the use weight maybe? Actually, no, this is already accounted for in gen and kill, I guess. We're just using some number here. Yeah. Maybe I should use signed numbers, huh? I probably should use signed numbers here. Yeah, I probably should. Yeah, let's use signed int here. And hope nothing goes wrong here. Let's see. Is anything wrong in coloring? Looks good. Wait, something seems... Wait. Wait, this does not make a lot of sense to me. Okay, we're not gonna make the change yet. We'll worry about that in a second. Let's go to Romy. Good to see you. Oh, this makes a mess. This really makes a mess. Let's ask ChatGPT. What heuristic should I use to determine register spill costs in my compiler backend? Let's see what this vomits out, just out of curiosity. This is not what we care about. This is not helpful. Yeah, like what are we saying? Like actually what are we saying? I'm not sure what's happening here. Yeah, I should be more specific, but I'm just like kind of curious, at least just looking at this. I mean, for regalloc. Really? I guess this makes sense. I guess I could do that, yeah. Yeah, I guess this makes sense at least. Block frequency, sure. Okay, we need to. We don't even care about that here though. I guess we could look at this, right? Cache would technically matter. In some degree, yeah, but that's not really the main thing we care about here. Like, it matters because, like, loads and stores are expensive, not because of cache reasons, at least. Like, the main consideration is not invalidating the cache. The main consideration is we just have to read and write from memory, at least. Because, like, cache is still, regardless of, like, how you look at it, registers are still going to be faster than a cache. Like, registers are, like, L1, if you think about it. Short use density. Okay, well, I guess this makes sense why it's trying to spill this. It makes sense why it's trying to spill this tiny thing at the end, because, well, it's tiny. But I think maybe we should, like, I don't know how to, like, penalize this for spilling, at least. This doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm gonna ask y'all to stop asking each other where you go to school. I feel like this is making people uncomfortable in chat. Okay, let's just ask this to, like, workshop this with me. In this program, it's trying to spill reg 91. Let's yoink that. My stick is just Number of uses and or deaths and uses would equal weight. Spilling is maximally stupid. Could you link the book paper you're reading? I'm looking at Advanced Compiler Design and Implementation. It's like one of the big middle end books, at least. Probably shouldn't be spilling a live range when it doesn't unblock. Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe we like. I guess we could just like look at areas with high register pressure. This we do not care about. This I don't think matters here. Oh, I guess this makes sense. Wait. Oh. I guess we could do that. Huh. Grr. Grr. Yeah, how do I even like, how do I penalize this? What is spilling? I think I've explained this before. Just like if we don't have enough registers to fit all of our variables at the same time, we're gonna have to stick something on memory. And I guess sticking a variable onto memory is considered spilling onto memory. Grr. I guess I could just like block it from spilling that. Yes, this is rough. Where in memory do you spill to? We haven't defined how many bytes of stack memory a function gets yet, so we'll just add to that and call it a day, I feel like. I think that's usually how it's done, at least. Maybe, sometimes it's like, I guess like it would be allocated by the prologue, but yeah. Sure as hell beats push and pop, because why push and pop when pre-allocate do trick, you know? Maybe I should just use float. But then I have to do float comparison. I don't want to do float comparison. That seems annoying. Yeah, actually what do I do here? I think this makes the most sense. Like, we just want to like avoid spilling like these sorts of tiny temporaries, at least. Push and pop in the body also breaks stack unwinding, yeah. Oh yeah, that makes such a mess actually. I didn't even think about that. That is a very big problem, yeah. Yeah, wait, wow. That is crazy. I guess we could do this. But then we need to like get each live range and that's like annoying. Yeah, this is rough. This is very rough. Something tells me I need to like something tells me I need to add live ranges to my spill costs in some capacity. But then how do you define that? It's like interesting. Can I ask for some career dev advice? Yeah, go for it. I probably should add live ranges to my coloring anyway. I think that's why this is broken in some amount. Transfer an internal tool, outwork on my own. Ooh. That does seem like a very good opportunity. Yeah, this is rough. Something else to think about is like if the tool is maintainable by other people. So I would probably I'd try to figure that out first. If anyone else like knows Rust, then like by all means go for it. But like if everyone else is just comfortable with Go, I think you probably stick with that for better or for worse. Let's give it my liveness output as well. Let's give it F and liveness. Yunk. There are only 2 devs, I see. I mean, if you're confident you can do it in Rust, I think by all means go for it. I think that might be interesting. I know Python can I get work on LinkedIn? It might be ambitious, but you might need a little more than that, but I think you can do it. Let's see what this does now. Some K lines of Rust under my belt, writing a Lisp interpreter. Okay, yeah, you should be fine then. I'd say go for it. Okay, I guess we could just do that. We probably should just do that. Right? Does this make sense? Is this like, am I getting like lied to here or? Thanks for advice? Yeah. I have to go now. It's really fun to catch one of these live for once. Yeah, I mean, I'll be streaming at the same time every day pretty much. So yeah, thanks for stopping by and have a good one. Yeah, let's just shrink defs first. Let's see if that works as a start. So let's make uses like 10. Zoop. What is it trying to spill now? Still 91. Fair enough. Yes. Yeah, what do we do with this? What actually do we do with this? Let's make that. I don't know. Okay, well this is not making any changes meaningfully. It's probably right that I should make uses larger than defs. Yeah, okay. I probably should like yeah. Yeah, okay. So I think this reminds me. There was something in here about like deprioritizing registers with that come from a just come from a read, I think. Yeah. And enjoy the gym. Thanks for stopping by. Apologies about the name. Man, I really hope the guy that tells me what time it is in the chat right now. I really hope he's around. Yeah, well, I'm not sure what to do here. There's definitely a thing. There's definitely a thing that it was mentioned somewhere. $5:21. Nice. There's always this guy in chat that like keeps telling me what time it is in my time zone. It's very nice. I enjoy his comments. I commented on my last announcement post. Is advanced math using coding? What do you mean by advanced math? That's very broad. If you're asking about linear algebra specifically, it's used a lot in a lot of different areas. Integrals, it depends on what you're doing. There are some places where you'll be using them. A lot of them are like coding applied to a different field, but yeah. It's still good to learn though, at least. Because like when it does come up, it's gonna be awful if you don't know. Dear Lord, this syntax still PMO. Wired on to competitive programming because it's my 4th year and I ran out of time to actually do it. My big competitive activity throughout college was competitive debate, so yeah, that's kind of just how life went. Register copies. Can we? I think it's a good opportunity. It'll make you better at like C and C++ and like it's very helpful resume wise at least. If the source or target of a copy instruction is spilled, the instruction is no longer needed. I see. That makes sense. I'm more out of abstract algebra than calc. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess calculus is like, it's more useful in like applied CS in some capacity. Also like there are a couple places where like calc is quite important and like you're just completely doomed if you don't know it. So it's like it's like a minefield, you know. Yeah, this is rough. This is really rough. Yeah, I don't really like this heuristic. I guess this kind of applies to webs, which is not really gonna help me in this. I guess we should I kind of like this spill legality thing that the LLM is telling me to do. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of, or like if, I guess if the def is a copy, I think we should make it illegal. Because we get literal 0 out of spilling it, I think, at that point. Yeah, I think that should work. We should probably do that. Let's see. What do we do then? A spill takes is it const? Yeah, it's const. Okay. What do I want to do with this? I guess what we could do is we could... I guess we could just like keep a max spill cost here. Yeah, we don't care about negative, right? So we'll just like, right, these are, yeah, unsigned uint 64T. So we can just do, let's not a quick check to not overflow this by accident. Because if we overflow, then something is very bad. So if spill costs, so if that equals, we'll just do -1, which is int max. We definitely need we need some sort of a guard. Yeah, we'll just do that. If we do a max compare, that would account for overflow, right? So we could actually just do, we could do that actually. Let's include algorithm. I hope this doesn't bunk me over the head. After you get out of university, will you be able to get a good job, or is there still a struggle? The job market is really rough right now, just in the average case, I think. Consider that as you will. Alright, we want max stood max of spill costs color plus that, and then -1, I guess we could do that. For our restart earlier, yeah, it happens, no worries. What happens, what could we... CMath. Okay, how do we encode like a max weight here? Let's just, let's just hard code this. let's just throw this in here instead of doing some insane typecasting things. This is already some insane typecasting things. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Yeah, we'll do that. Or wait, we want min? Wait. Wait, something is... So we shouldn't max this, obviously. How do we do this properly? How do we detect overflow? I guess. Oh lord. Okay, this is gonna be awful. So we want spill costs at corner. I also need to test my app I'm working on. Fair enough, yeah. How the hell do we detect overflow? I guess if this is greater than let's wait minus grr. Surely we don't get to a case where we're overflowing, right? Surely. There might be a world. There might be a world we approach it. Surely there is not, but I want this to be fault tolerant. If A plus B is less than A. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Let's do... Is there like a ceiling edition? Or we'll just 64T compute new cost. What is... It's called like saturating add, right? In like Rust. Yeah. How do we define this? Or C++ saturating add. Add sat. Okay, I'm glad this exists. Did you see my message in Discord? How recently? Oh, quite recently. Yeah, that's rough. I think honestly, I think you just go for it. I think you will kind of learn what you need to out of that, at least. I think you have enough knowledge to the point where it should be fine. C plus 26, damn it! Okay, we're gonna have to define this by hand. Let's do saturating add, or sat add, or add sat. Compute, or add to cost, I guess, so we don't break backwards compatibility in 3 years when way less than 3 years. Okay, so we get old weight to add. Wait. What? Wait, what am I doing? Grr. Okay, let's do... uint6... What type is this? Is this a uint64t ref? I think that works, right? This is so messy. I'll just do that. There should be void actually. Alright, does this work? So then we can do like add to cost, and we can do that. And then give it use weight. Okay, this is the correct type. This is good. And then down here we can do like def weight. This is so cursed. Instead of color, we're doing just reg. Why didn't I add this check before here? Is there a reason? I don't think there is a reason. I should probably add this here. Maybe I just forgot to do that here. Yeah, okay. I guess I probably needed to do that anyways, so this is fine. Yeah, this is duplicative, but it's fine. Or we could define a lambda somewhere up here, I think, right? Yeah, let's make a lambda. Let's not do a lambda. We have differing logic in the inside. Yeah, maybe I think I just completely forgot to do that, which it is what it is. Okay, so if cur cost plus 2 add less than cur cost, then cur cost equals max weight. Wait, we can just one line this. So if cur cost plus 2 add is less than cur cost, then it's max weight. Otherwise, it's cur cost plus 2 add. What is wrong with me? You know what? I'm happy we made this one-liner a function, because at least this is readable now. Not that this was readable to begin with, but yeah. Nice chatting with you. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by, Mantix. And have a good one. Enjoy studying. Okay, we've made a mess here. Okay. Huh. Something seems off here. I feel like... Oh, right. I can't... Can I check the live range? How do I do this? What do we define as the live range? Just like everything that's in? Or it's just like the range where in is valid? Huh. Yeah, maybe we should change spill costs. Something seems off about this. We should probably do like a tuple of like register and then like an in and an out or something like that. But that seems too sensible almost. We're like kind of doing like, we're doing ranges at home. I probably should do that, huh? But then this becomes a mess. Well, we'll just do it like this for now, and then we will... Will we do this like this for now? I feel like I'm gonna have to change it anyway, so I should probably do it now. I'm just working backwards from what we want for spilling. We want to spill one range at a time anyways. So presumably this should be... but then what do you do with loops? Poo. I guess we have a barrier, right? In some capacity. Do we define barriers? What happens if we do while right now? It's Legend Thanos, true. Yeah, my nails are not dyed, unfortunately. Let's look at the while output. Because I'm struggling to reason about how live ranges would work with like jump instructions. I guess we account for that already. Wait, I'm stupid. We do account for that. We literally do account for that. Yuck. We can just trust liveness, I think. Surely we can just trust it. Yeah, I'm confident we can just trust our work. So this is very annoying. This is gonna be very slow as well, unless we like What are we doing? Okay, let's print liveness real quick. And by print liveness, I mean run a test that will inevitably print liveness. Let's figure out what a live range is here. So I guess we could keep we could do like a line sweep sort of thing, I guess. I see. So if it's an in, we add it, and then if it's an out, we keep it. I guess that makes sense. But or if it's an I guess all we care about is like out for the most part, right? Sent Novum just a couple minutes ago and got in my GitHub project. That's crazy. Yeah, my Novum config works just with Novum alone, at least. Okay, how the hell do we determine a live range from this? I think I'm just making a mess somehow. Alright, let's look at the end of this actually. That's probably the easiest place to look. I mean, we could just look at in, right? Like, we don't really care about out for the most part. Right? Actually, no, yeah, because we care about out insofar as, like, defining... Oh, I understand now. Okay, yeah. So in is before, out is after, which, duh. I guess fair enough. I guess we should probably add that next time. I got other plans tonight, so I want to at least like chill here. Let's see. So let's see. We fixed this and we fixed that sort of. So we want to generate live ranges somewhere. I don't know where. I guess. Yeah, we want that. Yeah, so we want. Alright, we want spill to do live ranges. Refactor spill with key register, I guess in out, I guess. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Let's get nicotine. I'm kind of just like cleaning up today, unfortunately, but I've been streaming, or I plan on streaming at like 5:30 CST every day. So, yeah, there might not be a lot of time left in this stream, but I will be here mostly every day, assuming like barring like small things here and there. It's starting to turn out to be every week something happens, but hopefully that's just hopefully that's just an outlier. Okay, so after refactoring this, spill costs, refactor coloring with new spill costs, I guess. Yeah. I guess we want to like aggregate spill costs in this. Yeah, I guess we should probably do that. We can do that in like one pass as well. It'd just be like oven. And then we want to like actually spill live ranges, I think. That's kind of all that's left, right? Oh, we need to add the spill constraint, I guess. So I guess, what is the constraint we're adding at least? I guess if it comes from, I guess if def is from a, I guess cannot spill if def comes from load, I guess, because that would be counterproductive at least. Does this lead to like instances where chains get spilled, I guess? I guess maybe, yeah. This is rough. Yeah, I guess we'll figure this out. We'll do that, and then we can generate spill code, and then I think that would mean we're done with regalloc. I know the goalposts keep shifting, but they're just always new constraints always just come up, which I guess hopefully is fair given that I'm kind of building the plane as I fly it. Yeah. Anyway, I think with that, this is a pretty reasonable place to call today. Let me just commit some stuff actually. Oh yeah. Here we Actually, let's make build real quick. I'm curious. What does this do? Let me vomit out code. Is it still doing the same old? It's still doing the same old. Okay. Let's add source backend passes fill. Okay. How'd you set up your NeoVim? Do you just do the things I sent in your Discord? I'm not sure where you're sending it, but oh, I see. So my dot files uses what's it called? It uses I don't remember what it's called. It was GNU Stow. GNU Stow. Yeah. So that handles like the dot files management stuff. You'd have to copy the stuff inside NeoVim to its respective path at least. How come you use Windows with WSL instead of Linux? Because I play Valorant. There's no good reason. But yeah, I would just like look up any like GNU Stow dot files setup sort of. Yeah, just follow that. I think it's like it's either stow or like unstow or something like that with NVim. But yeah, thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and sub to the channel. While you're down there, make sure you join the Discord. It's in the description. Best place to get pinged when I go live. And of course, my LinkedIn and GitHub are also down there. Feel free to add me on those, and my GitHub sponsors is also there. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner now because I'm kind of hungry. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.